The following segment is sponsored by PC Laptops. Start the new year off on the right foot by protecting yourself from data thieves. Dan from PC Laptops is here with an easy way you can guard your personal information. Dan, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me on.
You are such a superhero when it comes to computers. You're saving us, you're helping us, and I want to talk more about that because actually you've been receiving a lot of Instagram messages lately of people who have been hacked. Talk to us about this.
Crazy. So a lot of Utah people messaging, and some people out of state, but they've been saying that they've had hundreds of thousands of dollars stolen of their crypto from Coinbase or bank account or wire fraud, and they're like, how can I protect myself? How can I get my money back? Who should I call? Who should I report it to? Very scary.
So this is, I mean, it's not something you want to talk about it, but it's something you should because it could happen to you. And this has to do with kind of a Microsoft change. Talk to us about that.
So what happens with computers, though, is with Windows and other operating systems, you need to run the most current updates. The most current version of Windows is Windows 11. And the reason is they do security patches. So whenever there's like malicious hacks and things, they can kind of patch it up to make sure you're safer, but also making sure you have good virus protection software.
Okay, all right. So why are the cyber hackers on the rise? Why are they all of a sudden like, you know, we're coming at you?
Well, excitement, because like people have seen their Bitcoins go from 16,000 to 40-something thousand, and everyone gets excited and they're wanting to buy it and stuff like that. Same thing with stock markets and you know, things like that. And so when everyone's excited, they tend to like work impulsively when they get weird emails or messages on social media or anything like that. They click on these links and then suddenly their computer's infected and they're stealing all the info.
Okay, what kind of information can people take from our computers?
Okay.
This is the scary stuff.
The scary one is keylogger.
Okay.
And so whatever you type into your computer, if you're infected, they have a capture of your screen and everything you've typed in. Passwords. Right? A lot of times a lot of people keep their passwords on a giant list and they open up that list and they look at their password and they've screenshotted it.
Okay.
And so they have all that, you know, data.
That's so crazy because even if you think you don't have a lot of information on your computers, there's other things that hackers can still take. How can you help at PC Laptops avoid this, you know, the hacker craziness that's happening?
So the big thing that we can do is scan your computer for any sort of infections. If you're infected, you're probably going to be hacked eventually when you put some sort of data through. So we'll scan any brand of PC, I don't care where people bought it, for any viruses, malware, and infections. The second thing is just common sense. If you get an email or a message you don't recognize, don't click on any weird links that come in there.
Absolutely. If it's not someone you know, if words are spelt weird, if the link looks fishy, be aware. What is the cost of doing this when you guys scan the computers?
Free, no charge.
Free.
We'll just
you guys are so amazing.
Any brand of PC. Yeah.
Love that. And how do you know, maybe you're listening to this, you're worried about it. How do you know when it's time for an upgrade?
Usually it's more about performance. If your computer's starting to run slow, the computers we have have a lifetime warranty, right? But now they're built where most people keep them 5, 6, 7, 8 years, you know? But there's a certain point where like you're trying to edit photos or do your work and stuff like that. It's just you're waiting, right? You know? So once it becomes a time factor, that's probably it.
There you go. All right, Dan, I know the answer to this. Where do we go for more information?
PCLaptops.com.
PCLaptops.com. Dan, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.